And hello, everyone. Happy Friday. We're Friday, right? Already getting lost. How's everyone doing at home? How are you, Weronika? We're back. Familiar faces.
I'm all right. Slightly sleepy, but yes, happy it's Friday.
Ready for the weekend. And we have a little bit of a different session today. We've seen Natalie being here every Friday for a couple of weeks now. And we thought we'd just return and see everyone. I personally miss everyone on Adobe Live. I miss the chat. I miss you guys and all the banter. So I've been seeing this new schedule roll along for the beginning of the year. And I just wanted to come here for a bit of love. And I'm happy to be back with you, Weronika, because we haven't had a stream together.
I know. This is actually, and I think maybe it's worth mentioning that actually you are the one who contacted me first, and we started chatting and arranging everything, all of the previous streams. So this is definitely a moment to finally meet live.
This is how it all started. And actually, it sounds like we're meeting for the first time. And this is something you were saying right before the stream, but we chat all the time. Like, we're a big family over here and everyone knows each other.
Yeah, we didn't. This is definitely not the first time. I think, was it when did we chat on Wednesday or Tuesday? I don't remember right now. Yeah, but we've had these catch-ups, these video Zoom catch-ups before.
Seriously, and we're always messaging on Instagram, and we've been in touch. And today I thought of you immediately for this task, which was one of my crazy ideas, probably one of those like midnight thoughts that I have, where I was like, you know what, we should vlog for Adobe Live. Like, this is great. It has so much potential. You know, we're all working from home. We're all struggling a little bit with the lockdown and getting back into this 2021 routine, which seems to never end. And I thought, we'd get out there and be the best influencers we can be and vlog our week.
Yeah, let's see how that turns out, though. No,
I think it's just relatable.
Yeah, but it was also, I think, thank you for involving me in this, because it was a challenge to me, because I tend to often talk about my designs and show my designs online. And this is actually a struggle to show a bit of myself, which is something other designers are doing. So that definitely, I had to get out of my comfort zone for this.
And I think it's eventually, we'll talk about this, and we don't have a lot of time to actually talk, because we went all out. We actually have about almost an hour of videos for you guys. And in a very narcissistic way, we'll just watch ourselves today and everything we've recorded. So that's that. And I also wanted to add before we start, and we'll start with your vlog, Weronika, that we edited it in Rush. So we're also obviously using, these tools that are out there available to us. And I saw Oliver in the chat already teasing about my skills. So we'll see how impressive that is. Please be nice. It was quite the work editing this. But yeah, was there anything else? How was your week vlogging before we get it into video?
Should I just explain myself?
You justified before, just so.
No, I don't want to say too much, because actually I prepared a 4-minute summary, so a second video in which I talk about sort of things that I noticed and 2 main things I learned. So if you want to know what these 2 things were, then stick out till the end of the video. But no, it was definitely a challenge. I think one of the things was that I expected it to be easy, and obviously disclaimer, it wasn't.
All right, I feel like we should just show it now and get into it. We have amazing Tim who's got it ready, so let's do it and watch. Hope you guys enjoy it at home, of course. And also, if you're not watching along on Behance, this is where we're at. So You know, you might be on YouTube or somewhere else in the digital world, but we're over on Behance. And if you want to chat, we're looking at everyone who's there. Yeah, behance.net/live. That's where we're at.
Is this the moment?
Let's do this.
I'm currently in Dundee, and this is my impromptu COVID on the run working station. Some notes, coffee. This week is looking like a lot of meetings, currently waiting for a meeting, a lot of emails and some planning. Past the afternoon now, I've done some of my emails, just finished researching some devices which I need to purchase. What I'll be doing right now is I need to review a contract for a job I'm starting in 2 weeks, and then it's looking like this Monday will be just more of the emails, more of the talking back and forth, arranging things or updating my clients with how the work is going. I'm on my second coffee now, continuing to the emails today. I'm hoping tomorrow will be more designy. Today is more about work and design management. Okay, so I just recorded a video and I didn't press play. So I guess it's a busy time, but the kind of time that I don't spend on designing. It's mostly still design management and project management. Would be actually cool. It would be cool to have another person doing this now that I'm thinking. Probably, like if I was hiring people, I'd probably want another designer, someone I could manage, so maybe a midweight, and then the next person would be a project manager or a studio manager. It would be dreamy, and someone from finance. That's the goal, I think, if I keep freelancing, but who knows. Okay, I'm hungry, so gonna go get something to eat. Hopefully, if I go through the emails today, then tomorrow could be more creative and I can actually have some footage showing designs or design exploration. The emails are done! I have just finished my emails. What's left to do is some financial management. So today I thought we could do something different and I wanted to share So today what we will do, I wanted to share with you some bits from the place where I'm currently staying. This is Dundee, and we'll be going on visual research. So what do we mean by visual research of the place? Street names, pub names, typography, and any signs that might be inspiring or that might relate to the visual culture of this place. What I really like when I'm walking around different cities are all these food places from different cultures, such as the one here. When you look at them, no matter what food they're serving, what you see is always a blend of different typographies, whether it's serif, sans serif, different typesettings. And to me, the first reaction would be, okay, this is kind of horrible, but actually what you can do, you can take parts of this design of this storefront and you can potentially use it and either exaggerate it or bring it down and use it as an inspiration in your design. When would we do a city walk, when would we do that visual research? When could it actually be useful for us? I'd say one of these situations is whenever we're working on something and we feel quite stuck, then often the places we're at can be a source of inspiration. Look around the places and look for very specific things such as typography and design, and in this way, through letters, through signs, understand that place better. This is something I love, stretching typography. You can see that is almost like a re-inspiration of all of my work. Okay, look at these. These are just lovely. So that's a mozza pizza place, and they decided to just paint typography all over the window, so obviously I'm loving that. And you have some type choices are kind of retro, kind of look like word art, but they paired it well and the color unifies it, so it actually doesn't look tacky. Do you remember when McDonald's decided to change their design aesthetic and then they just went into sort of that cafeteria brown and green vibe? But actually the first identity, that juicy yellow and red, I think that was something that we will still associate with McDonald's. That was Polish. This is I think this is one of my favorite places still. That's the place we started this walkway, and that's the place I was trying to complete a part of my video diary at. Apologies for my today's commentary. I think let's treat it like as work in progress. What we will do tomorrow is actually we'll look at this footage, we'll look at the pictures, and we'll see whether there is something worthy to convert into design. So let's see what we have tomorrow. So it's currently day 3 of our Adobe video diary, and my list for today has 3 main bits. The first one is to post something on Instagram. Then I think I'll just take all the footage from yesterday and I'll have a look at how it could be used in actual design work or branding work. So I'll be exploring that later. And another bit is starting a presentation for a client. Having my breakfast here, thinking about getting the Instagram part just right of the way, and I'll probably pick something from here, from this page, and just design it as a square. Some time has passed I'm looking at all these gorgeous typefaces and sort of preparing the groundwork for all of the designs that I will be doing later. So far, I'm looking at the ones I have installed on my computer, but after that, I will check out the Adobe collection, which can be found here under that Find More tab. What else? So this is my really, I would say really sad setup. I truly miss my larger screen. Hello. It's early morning in Dundee, Thursday, so video diary day 4. What I'm doing, I did my first coffee of the day. I did a couple of emails and I'm preparing myself for working, for doing all the designs later. God, not enough coffee. This is where we are currently. I've been designing postcards slash posters based on our Dundee design book and all of the images and all of the typography that I found in Dundee 2 days ago. Doing right now, I'm taking that as an inspiration and trying to convert it or use them somehow in designing posters. So for example, this was probably one of the better things, the combination of sans serif stretch typography and serif also stretched typography. I'm taking some of their approaches and I'm trying to arrange them so that they could work visually, they could work as a hip design poster. Other examples I have here and other examples I did today are posters with bespoke, this sort of very modular typography. So these are the layouts. One more time, I will be playing with that for at least 2 more hours today. Since I am a freelancer, working from home was always more or less a part of my general working schedule. So 2020 didn't really affect me that much. I could transfer into work from home more easily potentially than other people just used to working at a studio. What are the tools and websites and softwares that are helping me to manage my work from home as a freelancer? So definitely, once you start freelancing, you need something that will record the time you're working on specific projects and will really show you clearly how much time is spent on specific tasks. The reason for that is, of course, recording how much time you're actually giving to your clients, because we all know that it tends to be always more than what is there in your contract or what you are paid for. I personally use Toggle Track. That's the app and the website I discovered shortly I started freelancing in 2019, and this one is really straightforward. It just measures your time. I don't use the premium version, I use the basic one, which is free, and this one just measures your time. You can color coordinate your project, so it's just really straightforward. You will see how long you worked on something, and it will also give you a weekly summaries. So that's one I'm using. And for normally, if I'm working just by myself, I would plan everything in my calendar, and this could be either my digital calendar or just my notebook. But if there are other designers involved, then you do need some sort of platform to see what everyone else is doing, especially if you don't have these meetings in person. And for the last couple of months, I've been using a combination of Slack for communication, Trello for keeping all the to-do lists in order, and very recent one, which I'm using since November, it's Miro. And Miro, that's the one, that's sort of
a website that works like a whiteboarding studio. You just place all of your designs there, and they are there for you to review, and you can come to them back and forth. And it's really, kudos to them, because it doesn't really crash and it doesn't load slowly. It's actually quite good to work with. So this is Miro, and that's one of the softwares, what is it, a software? That's one of the apps I've been using since November. And this one really, that looks like a studio board. So this is a project I have just started. On a Monday, I have a presentation with the client when I will show initial design direction for their identity.
Yes. Oh, Veronica, I love it. This is so cool. I love it. Okay, so quick things. Firstly, we're both coffee lovers, and you'll see this in my vlog. Also, you're way cooler than me. Like, all the work to add in all these gifts. I mean, pretty impressive. And I think our vlog styles can be any different. So I'm really looking forward to seeing a little bit more as well. Did you say you had a second part to this? The vlog is the chat is loving it. Oh,
oh God. I mean, I would change so many things. First of all, I want to apologize for the occasional glitch, but
I love the post-it notes. You were like, alert, just forgive me.
You know what? It actually glitched mostly on my face and not on luckily, not on the things that I was showing. So I was like, well, why not? You know, new makeup.
I just put it down as art, and that's all good.
There you go.
I loved it.
Hashtag intentional.
Yeah, exactly.
What else? So because my other video, it's a short one, and my other video, it's sort of like a post commentary on what I learned. So do you want to play it now, or do you want to play it after yours?
Up to you. I mean, we can break it up. Play mine. It's just that mine's a full-on chunk of like 28 minutes. Like I filmed a movie. I went art directing.
Tim, what do you think? Do you think we could play that 4-minute one right now?
Yeah, let's play that 4-minute one and then move on.
We have finished recordings of our Adobe 1 week diaries. Sorry. What are the things I learned, and what are the things that surprised me? Well, first of all, I think the main change is that I immediately assume that my week will be filled with Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop, and why not InDesign, maybe a bit of my website, right? And the most constant theme, the most constant actually working environment for me was my mailbox, which definitely isn't as exciting when you think about it, but is actually the reality. For a designer, especially if you start working for yourself and if you're not hiring a separate project manager, managing your emails, managing your work schedule, managing the calendar, and keeping everything on track will be one of the biggest tasks at hand, if not the biggest one. The more independent and the more ownable projects you have, the more of these office tasks you need to do. Considering that this was the week for our Adobe recording, that really made me see everything later on my desktop, when I couldn't really find exciting designs, the ones I normally, I hope I do. I could mainly find a lot of time management and design management projects, which this was my week. what I learned after this week, after I looked at all of my recordings, the more independent you become, the more essential it is for you to be confident in managing your time, in managing someone else's time. That's definitely one thing I learned. And the second one, the second one would be probably starting a whole another conversation, but the second one is that I noticed, especially when measuring the time I spent on different projects, I noticed that my work tend to often overlap everything else. So my work tends to, I don't want to say be more important than my personal life. Definitely makes me forget about taking some time off, taking some time for myself, resting. And I definitely have a tendency to prioritize my work, even when it comes to my health sometimes, which definitely isn't good. My next stage, my next goal is to work less, and whether I can achieve just a better harmony, really, between my working hours and the time for myself. Do I have any last words of wisdom? I did. Sorry.
That was it. That's a wrap. We're just gonna end it this way. I love that. That was so much fun. Like, please do more. And you just had fun with it as well. And I think everyone's going to find this, especially in the chat, I'm already seeing, quite relatable, especially Kirsty being like, I don't manage emails very well. And this is a clear highlight. Yeah. Clear highlight of both our vlogs, clearly. Yeah. And yeah, just days being quite repetitive as well. I'm glad you actually fit in some tips and tools in there, because I felt quite disappointing in my own vlog.
I just wanted to talk about something else than emails and contracts.
Oh, sorry, don't worry, I made up for that. That's all I talk about. So should we go on to mine then and see how much time we have left after that?
Good morning, everyone. I know it's unusual to film this way, vertically, but just for the sake of the next days, I will be filming this way. You'll find out very soon why. But good morning, it's Monday, it's 7:45, and I'm ready to go because this work from home diary is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to be home at all, actually. Well, home in some way. I am traveling today, and some of you might know that I'm based in Munich. This is where my base is. I've been here for almost a year, and we're in lockdown currently, as is most of Europe. And I feel very privileged that I'm also half French, half Finnish, which means that I'm able to travel home today and get away a little bit from the lockdown here. Although, Munich's been amazing, and the mountains are here. I have amazing outdoors and just a huge opportunity to enjoy the outside world and nature. It's time for a break, so I'll be heading off to Helsinki today and catching you all on my flights and next days of adventures. I'll be visiting some family and just working from anywhere, really. So this is the reality of this pandemic as well. I hope it's refreshing for some of you to see a bit of traveling and get away. And that's pretty much it. Having my coffee. I'm a huge coffee addict, and you'll see this throughout the week. And I'm really excited to get going. I'm a little bit nervous about getting onto that flight for some reason. Although I have my passport and everything, I just hope I make it. So that's that. Weronika, I'm thinking about you. I hope your vlog's going well. We decided to throw ourselves into this very spontaneously to show you guys a little bit of what working from home is like. So I'll see you on the other side. Bye, guys. Alright guys, I made it. I am in Finland on the other side of that flight and had a really smooth journey. Took a test when I arrived and yeah, have just been waiting here for my results to come through tomorrow, hopefully. I really wanted to vlog a little bit more today and take this task at heart and create tons of content for you guys. And felt even more pressure when Weronika tagged me on Instagram a couple hours ago, telling me that she's been on it. She created all this content. And to be fair, I haven't had a normal work day. Like I've been off today, so this is my excuse for being a bad student on this Adobe Live journey. And I just hope for a more productive day tomorrow and tips for you guys. I'm not going to lie, I also feel that I'm not an example. I even checked my emails today and felt a little bit of stress. Tuesdays are my worst days for calls and just busyness. So I guess this week is going to be more of me sharing some of the home office struggles and what I deal with, and we can all talk about it live on the stream, as opposed to having tips and routines, because I don't think I have that, but maybe it's something that I'm going to realize. I'm quite like jumpy person when I work, so I need to go from, I get bored of a task very quickly, so I need to like look through a couple emails and then create some links, and I think that's just the nature of live streaming, where you're jumping from one thing to another. But yeah, just to sum up today, I'm super grateful for the team that's there. Tim has been messaging, and that's why I was kind of checking on Slack about a couple links that we need to create. You'll see, I guess, a bit of the behind the scenes of live streaming throughout this week, but yeah, I think I just really rely on everyone to make sure that the streams are going well, and just this great trust that we have for all the hosts who are turning up every day, or 3 times a week now. But I know there's so much prep that goes outside the streams themselves, so yeah, I have a big day of emails tomorrow. We usually have a big team meeting as well on a Tuesday, so that's one of those days. And yeah, I will show you a bit of Helsinki hopefully as well on my breaks, and have just a little bit more to show. I can show you where I am. It's just a lovely little cozy spot. I'm on my own here just because I flew in and I wanted to take a test and be good. Really not doing a good job right now. And yeah, just kind of be responsible, and things are not mandatory in Finland, so having a mask is an option. Doing a test is an option. Doing quarantine is also optional. I was really surprised to see all the cafes being really busy when I arrived, and found it quite stressful, but also I guess a refreshing break. And I feel really lucky I get to do this and come back here and maybe sit in a cafe to do some work and get a little bit of a break as well on some days. So let's see how that goes. But yeah, I'm just gonna have a quiet evening, and Weronika and I have been chatting via Instagram. I can't even speak anymore, and just having a good laugh. So I just want this project to be a lot of fun, and hopefully there'll be plenty for you guys to catch up on. So yeah, sending hugs and see you all tomorrow. Good morning everyone, it's Tuesday today and it's the first proper day of this diary. We're gonna do this. I'm fully awake, had a walk, coffee, it's 8:20. We're ready to go. I've got my list here ready. I'm not gonna show too much today actually because it's back to back. Tuesday is the busiest day. So yeah, meetings, getting my headphones in. I have a bit of time before the day starts just to go through my emails, and try not to get too overwhelmed, power through today. going into meeting number 3 of this afternoon. Doing well. I am itching to move, so doing this call and then I'm going for a quick 10-minute walk, getting some fresh air. Good evening, everyone. It is now about 9 p.m. I just got back from the pool. Just such a nice spot in Helsinki where you can swim over the sea. It's a heated pool and there is a cold one as well. I was told by my cousin that I would be denied in the family if I don't go back and swim in the frozen one. So I will have to in the next kind of couple days or weeks while I'm here still in Helsinki. Just wanted to update you on the day and tell you a little bit about how things kind of pan out. It's been, kind of back to back, and to give you an idea of what's happening behind the streams, we talk a lot about, of course, content and you guys, the community, and what is going on. We have our lovely hosts and team in the US as well, who's working super hard to create amazing streams, along with our evangelists and a whole other world that you guys are probably aware of. But if you don't know, Adobe Live is kind of all over the world, and we're in Australia and we're here in France and the UK and Germany, and people are tuning in from across the world. It's global, but it also means that we need that check-in sometimes and just make sure that everything we're doing is kind of communicated, and that if they have any ideas and in the US the community's asking for something, you guys might want the same, or you might want something different. So that's that. And of course we have all our amazing marketing teams, and again, just really grateful for everyone being so supportive of what Adobe Live is doing and creating in the past year, going from this real life for all your hardcore fans who were there from the start of Adobe Live, even before I was there, to the daily schedule that we've been having. And as you saw, we changed the schedule a little bit this year to make sure that we had spot on content for everyone. So we always catch up a bit on temperature and seeing how things are going, and it's been one of those days. All in all, super happy. We have some masterclasses tomorrow, and it's just going along nicely. It's quite a special year because obviously, and the past year has been like this, we've been working from home, and we're over communicating a little bit. This is the reflex that everyone had early in March, just having to make sure everyone's aware of what you're doing. So you're on Slack, you're on your emails, you're of course on whatever other tool you're using, like Trello, or we've got Microsoft Teams and all sorts of different ways to communicate these days. And just making sure that you can balance that out is at least on my agenda. So disconnecting is a big thing, which explains all the walks. So that's my way to handle it. And or exercise. I was up I think around 6:30 this morning, just working out and making sure that I get some movement before I dive into this digital world. So that's that. I don't know what you guys do outside of your work and what your routine is to make sure you keep creative, but that's how I've been handling it. Anyways, I've got loads of energy and it's really weird. I think the cold is waking me up and keeping me alive, or just being here in Helsinki. So I'm going to just have a quiet evening and try and calm down and just, chill for tonight. I'll catch you all tomorrow. And good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday today, and I'm a bit low on energy. I was buzzing yesterday, like all evening, and was swimming and all of that, and somehow today's just a struggle. So I don't know if it's just, this new routine kind of settling in. but we can do this. We're going to go on a walk, obviously, and get a coffee, read a couple emails. It's a morning freer of calls, with the first one being at 11. So I've got a bit of time. I'm going to get a coffee and just get this day started, find some energy. It's cold outside, and it makes you even more kind of, just needing to retreat. But I'm such an outdoorsy person that I'm going to need this. And I'll be happy once I'm out. I'll take you along. I'm going to this place called Kauppahalli, which means kind of market hall. And they have a lovely little coffee spot where I'll be getting a seat and just a nice start into the day. So I'll show you the walk and take you along. Veronika's been on it as well again, sorry, but just I have to say, this is the push that I'm needing to keep on going with the vlogs. And I just can't wait to see it. It's looking hilarious. So comparing our vlog styles, which from my end is pretty much non-existent. I'm just gonna collate all of this together and hope the magic happens. Anyways, see you in a bit. Hello, it's now 4 p.m. and I'm noticing that I'm changing tops like 5 times a day in these vlogs. Anything to help with kind of action when we were working from home. I feel like small things make a difference, guys. So it's now 4 p.m. It's been one of those days where I just get some flashbacks to my agency kind of startup days, where everything had to be kind of reactive and action oriented. And at the same time, when you have all these calls, you start realizing after a while that you're not getting stuff done. You're just a lot of the times kind of talking about things you want to do, and then you're like, okay, if I just count the hours in a day, implementing that and getting to that time where I'll be doing it, it isn't realistic. So I'm starting to accept with time that not every hour can be productive, in that sense that giving space to people and being able to catch up on things and checking in, especially in a time of a pandemic where everyone is at home and might need a check-in. It's it's also really another form of work and output, I would say. But it's one of those days where I'm just really grateful for the team and kind of realizing taking a step back, that we're creating so much in such a quick turnaround. And I don't think, I've ever worked in an environment that is so supportive and hardworking and, just a fantastic bunch of creative and helpful, supportive people in this team. So a lot of love to everyone and all of them. But just need a bit of time to digest, maybe take a break. And I'm a big advocate for movement and getting outside, getting fresh air, even if it's for 5-10 minutes, seeing something else. And I'm really grateful that working from home has enabled that for me. I can really sense that my creativity and productivity is boosted to the max. I think especially being here in Munich and Helsinki. I was about to say that it's not always the case in Munich, but being in Helsinki has helped. Guys, it's been a long day. Give me a break. But I think being connected and online so much makes you forget that you're sitting somewhere and there's stuff going on outside, and this online connection sometimes gets a little bit too much. So get out, get some fresh air, and the emails keep on coming. It feels like it's the inbox is not shrinking in any way. So whatever it is that you can do within COVID guidelines, and always having something to look forward to. I always plan something in the day, small or big, that can just help seeing beyond your calls and inbox. So yeah, thanks for joining my TED Talk, guys. That's it. Oh, okay, I need a break. So it's about an hour later. I haven't moved. I've made coffee at 6:30 p.m, something like this. And yeah, I haven't done it. I think this is a terrible habit. I need to get better at it. I said I would get out, and I know exactly, what is going to happen, which is I still want to go on a walk, so I'll be going at like 9 p.m. And actually on that note, yesterday I, instead of rushing home, thinking still that, I had a curfew, because this is the case in Munich where you have to be home by 9 p.m. And yeah, it's clearly just ingrained in me to, try and wrap up the day. So I'm lucky that I can get out late tonight. It's not that late, but it is kind of dark and cold. But yeah, I haven't moved. I've just still been on my laptop, and it needs to stop. What a day. No, I'm just looking forward to, shutting down that screen and taking a break. So yeah, I'll probably see you guys tomorrow, and we can catch up on how the evening went. Hours later, and just having the nicest evening walk. It's very peaceful, and I just hit 20,000 steps, so I think I definitely had too much coffee. The walks are accumulating. It just feels so good. I feel great. Let's see how fresh I am tomorrow. But yeah, this is becoming very much a travel / walking, city exploring vlog, as opposed to working from home tips. So Weronika, I hope you deliver on that part of the brief, because I'm clearly just having a blast here showing you Helsinki. Anyways, I hope I'll have more hands-on tips for you guys at some point. That's it for today. Going home. Hello guys, it's now Friday. Yep, I skipped Thursday. I just powered through yesterday, and I don't know what happened. I met some friends and colleagues, and ex-colleagues from London, and there was just a lot going on, and obviously work. I just had one of those days where I really powered through some tasks that I wanted to get done, and the communication just kind of had to wait. So emails, whatever exploded during the day, I just did not look at and wanted to get just a couple of things out of the way. So sipping my coffee, of course. I just wanted to catch up with you guys and say sorry for that, but also make up for this kind of break through just the weekend. I will film a bit of my Saturday tomorrow, because I'm going on a hike and more walking. Woohoo! So this vlog has been mostly about walking, coffee, and talking about emails. So I hope Veronika's kind of on the same page. So yeah, just still talking today a little bit about the masterclasses that have been going on across our region. So Tony and Maddie had just an awesome session on Wednesday, and seeing them two on stream is just just so enjoyable. They've got obviously the natural friendship and a great kind of conversation to tune into. So I really enjoyed that, and as I said, Fridays we catch up with all the hosts, and it's just so great to see everyone chatting to each other, connecting beyond, you know, your UK hosts, but also seeing kind of Melanie, Julia, and Tanya in Germany and France as well. We kind of once a month try and catch up all together. So yeah, that's kind of overdue. I really want to have that time set with everyone so we can talk about life and creativity and anything else that's going on in people's worlds. Today is also the session with Musketon and lovely Natalie, and you know, I'm loving those kind of Friday slots where we talk a little bit more about development and career, life outside our apps, and getting that kind of extra boost for everyone. So these have been great, and we've been talking a lot about Clubhouse as well recently, and the kind of podcasty style, which I feel fits very much this Friday conversation. Obviously, you get to see some of Gavin and Musketon's work as well through, and we had Paloma as well. But yeah, there is something in there. I know Rufus is very excited to try that out. So let's see what we can do with Clubhouse. But I feel like a couple people are kind of hooked already. Exciting streams next week as well. So we have Klaus is coming back on the UK stream actually with Tony. And yeah, just loads of exciting sessions coming up. Today's a little bit of a long day. I have my last call finishing at 8 p.m. So there is an hour time difference with Munich here in Helsinki, which means it ends a little bit later. So yeah, just trying to balance that out, taking a good break at lunch. And yeah, it's just a nice way to wrap up the week and see my US team as well. Yeah, we're reaching the end of the week. We're wrapping up. I've really enjoyed doing this. I'll see you guys all for a bit of a hike tomorrow, some snow, hopefully. That helps you guys switch off a bit from your lockdown routine. And yeah, just love doing this. So see you all tomorrow. I don't think I'll have any bits from later on. I'll just, yeah, get my head down, do this. Happy Saturday, guys. As promised, I wanted to show you a little bit of my weekend, and yeah, just have a bit of a excuse to vlog because the last 2 days were a little bit low on my content. I'm very well wrapped up because there's a bit of a snowstorm today, and my cousin has had the great idea to go on a hike, which of course I'm in for. You know, I was asked if I was in for adventure. I always say yes to adventure, so here we are. I'm at the bus stop, and yeah, just ready for a hike in this snow. It looks like it has calmed down a little bit, so I think we'll be all right. I'm just heading to his place now. I'm going to have a really nice breakfast, and we're just gonna really, yeah, try and power through the morning, so have loads of energy, just some porridge and coffee and all the good stuff. And yeah, we're all packed to go for a long hike. It's really common here in Finland to have like a grill in the middle of the forest where you can just grill all sorts of food that you bring along. And yeah, so really looking forward to that. And yeah, then a little dinner in the evening. So that's pretty much it. There's loads of these kind of snow tractors coming around, clearing up the road right now. I woke up to some crazy sideways snow and a lot of wind, so I'll show you that just now. Some of the moments I filmed. My hands are always a bit freezing. I've got these huge gloves on to just get through the day, but I'm really excited, and yeah, just also showing you guys a little bit of my weekend, so stay tuned. Hello guys, it's a couple days later. We're now Monday of the following week, and our stream is this week, so coming up this Friday. And I realized I didn't really properly end this. I'm editing it now, and as much as I can. Again, really low expectations, guys. I mean, you've gone through this now. It's just me piecing in together some bits that I recorded, and I shopped around my own Instagram stories to kind of insert some footage from Helsinki. But I had a lot of fun doing it. I'm adding in some music from Adobe Stock Audio now. I haven't used it much and discovering this whole new world on there, so that's a lot of fun. And yeah, I just wanted to properly, say bye and say thanks for tuning in. Just loads of love for all you guys who are always watching and coming along to the streams. And I had a lot of fun doing this. So yeah, great project. I hope some of the hosts will also be joining, doing some of their work from home, kind of diaries and bits like that. So maybe we'll do kind of a day in the work from home life of Sophia or whoever else wants to get involved. So I'll give them a shout out. And if you want to see more of this, let us know. But yeah, back to the stream now.
We're done. That was quite a long vlog. I don't know. I watched it again and I was like, please make it stop.
Hold on, I was muted. Wow. No, I must say I'm just so relaxed right now by listening to you.
Was it relaxing?
I mean, maybe this is so what I needed.
Good.
I really like the choice of music in yours, because somehow, and just the footage of all your walks, that was just so dreamy.
I feel like in between the streams we should just have this snow like rolling, like just ask Tim to have like a live footage of like outside Helsinki, just in Finland, and everyone can just tune in and relax and like take a bit of a break. And
I'm so jealous. It looks really lovely. Where I'm at, it's mostly raining. One thing I wanted to ask, and I put a note here.
Nice, what organized. Happened? One of us is.
Okay, this is serious now.
We don't do serious around Sophie Live. Oh no.
What happened to the swimming footage, and did you go into that cold pool?
I didn't, and I'm still in Helsinki this weekend. I'm going back to Munich on Monday, and my cousin has just messaged saying, all right, we're doing this cold pool, we're going to the sauna, jumping into the frozen sea, whatever it is we have to do. And I'm like, okay.
Hold on, so is it the pool or is it the frozen sea?
So you can do either the sea or the pool. At this point, I'm just, not an expert to say which one I'd prefer. So we're going to be doing that. And I did swim, but in the heated one, which is kind of mild temperature. It's not like a hot pool, but that happened. And everyone in the chat is, by the way, loving the coffees. And I have a couple of people who are concerned. So we should probably say that we're healthy and it's all good. Some people, Keelan saying, I need a week in Finland. I think we should all do that.
For sure. And oh my God, but especially I was surprised that Finland is so easy on the rules and on everything. I mean, it's good for traveling, but
definitely.
Everyone starts visiting, who knows?
But so what was your main learning from doing this, Weronika? Like, I think firstly, our vlogging styles are very different. I feel like you're a lot more fun to watch. I was just like, I think we lost a couple of people who just fell asleep through that, but I'm glad the music helped.
But I really loved yours just because I could have just relaxed and listened to this. It's almost like different types of music in a way. You can read one or the other depending on your mood, really.
And to answer questions in the chat, it is from Adobe Stock. I had a lot of fun looking through that. And we also edited on Rush. So we didn't show any kind of in-app editing because neither of us are experts. But it does show next time, exactly. So in 2 months' time, I'll be back. But it shows that you can do quite a lot on the go with Rush as well on mobile.
Yeah. And I just, because originally I didn't use Rush before, so I was naturally a bit skeptical, and I wanted to do parts of it in After Effects, but in the end, all of it was edited in Rush. And even when I was adding all these animations and little GIFs, then Rush lets you to overlap footage. So it's really easy, especially if you want to do something like a vlog style and if video editing isn't the main thing you do.
And I think it's also showing at both vlogs that it's a struggle. It's a struggle for everyone working from home at this time, but we're all finding solutions to make it through. I mean, for me, it's getting out. I think for everyone, it's coffee. And just switching up your routine. And we didn't say, if people didn't get it in the chat, you're in Dundee right now, right, Weronika?
I am in Dundee. So I am currently in Scotland visiting my friend. And that's sort of, if I wanted to talk about my work from home experience, I was sort of all over since the first lockdown started. So my last stream I filmed from Poland, but this one was from Dundee. And sorry, because we didn't have that amazing snow you had. It's raining.
I feel like there was a handicap there, but I was already lucky. I could just film snow and I'd be like, that's my vlog, people will enjoy that. So it was like an easy crowd to please.
No, but yeah, I would say Dundee is an interesting place. It's a very lovely place, but obviously right now, because of we have I think it's the third lockdown in the UK. So because of the pandemic, it's a bit sad, and everyone, the streets are empty, so it's not really as lively.
Yeah.
But do we have Emma, any things that
I'm just distracted by the chat because it has gone the most British way it could, and everyone is talking about the weather now. So I think we've lost half of the audience who's like looking for the forecast and being like, what am I doing this weekend?
You know what? This was horrible because the weekend. So when we were chatting, we wanted to start on Monday, right? And the weekend before that Monday, it was so sunny. So I was so hopeful. And then Monday comes and then it's done. And it was just great throughout the week.
But you know what I really liked about yours is that you actually talked about typography in some of your process, and whatever sign you found. I think a couple of people in the chat were also saying, "Oh, visual research, that's an interesting one. I should try that out."
Oh yeah, that was my save from talking about the emails only. But it seems, I don't know. Do you have the same thing that somehow Mondays are turning into these time management days? That Mondays are very operational. So that's why I thought, okay, how can I bring more design into it? How can I, what can I do differently? So that's what that visual research thing.
Nice. No, I love that. And we're pretty much at time. We've covered everything within those vlogs. So I think everyone at home just really enjoyed that. It's nice to look through.
Will you continue to do this?
My career.
Yes, your vlogging career. Your voice is so relaxing. I would really listen to that, especially when I need to rest.
Maybe I should do podcasts and just record something. I'll build the next Calm app and or whatever other competitors are out there. But no, I really enjoyed that. And to be honest, I'm already doing a lot of that. I'm a bit of a daydreamer. I like storytelling, and I think that's something that I'm always enjoying doing on Instagram and things like that. So that's how I handle it. You find paths for creativity as well. And I think you do this with your visual research or whatever. This kind of awareness of your surroundings is a great way to escape a little bit these days. And so for me, it's photography and filming and having little snippets of my days. And I think the vlogs kind of felt like a natural progression of that, where you just kind of end up putting it together and having some kind of little story. So that was really nice. I'm probably not going to continue, but I'll do exactly the same on Instagram in my stories, just without me talking.
I will try to continue. I will try to maybe do more of this format of exploration. But let's see, maybe not such long videos, but maybe something shorter.
You should. Yeah, I love that. And it's a nice opportunity to do a bit of a reel or something for your own personal work and kind of combining the two. I hope everyone in the chat enjoyed that. It was great seeing you guys and starting the weekend with all of you and being back on Adobe Live, because I'm also back on Monday. We're getting a full schedule I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry. You'll see more of me, but I'll be back with Maddie, and that will be a really fun session. Everyone in the chat was already mentioning some of the colors and remembering Maddie's epic color adventures from last year. So we'll be back on Monday. We're going to do a session on Spark, which we haven't seen for a while. So yeah, I'm excited for that. A little bit of social influencer content as well. I just can't take it so seriously either anymore. But yeah, any weekend plans, Veronica, before we wrap up?
Well, now I want to do a hike. Watching
nice.
that. Let's see if it's raining though. No, I mean, so I was the past 2 days I was in the heavy editing mode, so we didn't really do, me and my friend, we didn't do anything else. So I think, to be honest, tomorrow will probably be binge watching RuPaul's Drag Race.
This is the reality. I love the behind the scenes. Thanks, Veronica, for being so transparent on your life. You're like, actually, I'm just going to be sitting on the couch, and that's fine too.
So
I think it's a pretty good plan.
I mean, maybe we will go out, but it depends on the weather. So probably binge watching.
All right, guys. Well, I'll also be out and about and enjoying more of the snow here in Helsinki before I head off. And yeah, just been loving chatting to you all. Have an amazing weekend, and see you on Monday back in Munich for some more Adobe Live with Maddie. Thanks, Veronica.
Thank you for staying with us. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Well, here we are back on the hot, muggy street of New York.